Hello everybody, welcome back to the DCS training video. The next phase of this training, we're going to talk a little bit about the chemicals that we utilize and teach you how to properly dilute them here at the office, so that way they can be brought out into the field at the appropriate diluted ratio. The first product we're going to talk about is our Virox 117. It's a fantastic product. It's a sanitizer, virucide, and disinfectant. It's peroxide based, it's green, it's safe to use, but it needs to be mixed in the proper dilution. There's two dilutions, heavy duty cleaner and a light duty cleaner. The light duty cleaner is kept and stored in a green bottle. The heavy duty cleaner is kept and stored in a red bottle. The difference between the two, the red bottle is utilized to clean kitchen counters, sinks, bathrooms, toilets, anything that, or any areas that are comprised of more potential germs. It's a little bit stronger of a cleaner, and it gets us the results that we're looking for. The green dilution, on the other hand, is a little bit more of a light duty cleaner. It's utilized on desk surfaces, conference tables. It still acts as a disinfectant, but it's not as heavily mixed as the red solution. At all of our commercial accounts, I shouldn't say all, but most of them, you guys will become familiar and see a lot of these dispensers around. These dispensers are meant to dispense the proper dilution of the Virox 117. Okay, so there's a hose that actually hooks into the top here. If you can see, the actual dispenser screws right onto the hose. Make sure it's nice and tight. The other end of the hose will actually hook onto the sink that's in the JC, janitor's closet. Okay. Once that's hooked up to the sink, you can turn the sink on. It will begin the flow of water to the dispenser. Okay. As long as the water's on, if you press one of these two buttons, either the green or the red, as you can guess, the red is for the red bottle, the green is for the green bottle. The gallon jug of the Virox will be placed up inside the dispenser. The solution is actually drawn up through a straw into the dispenser, and that's what creates the dilution. So when you're ready to dispense into a bottle, hold the hose, hold the bottle, and just while the water's on, press that red button. Okay? Press and hold it until the bottle is near full, and let go. Same thing with the green. As you can see, you have a longer hose with the green solution. The reason for this is also the dilution ratio that you'll be utilizing to damp mop any hard floor surfaces that are at the account. So what you'll do is place the end of the hose into either the green bottle or the mop bucket that you're filling it up with, that you're utilizing to mop the floor. Put it in there, press and hold the green button until the correct amount of liquid is dispensed into whatever you're filling. Okay. Now there is a lock on the dispenser itself to prevent any theft from our clients from utilizing the product. You'll be shown how to utilize it by your supervisor, how to change out the gallon jugs from that. Okay. Make sure it's always locked so that way nobody can take it out and won't have any issues. We want to make sure too that we don't waste any of the product. So when you notice that it's starting to get low, what we like to do is once it gets to the bottom of the gallon jug, disconnect it from the dispenser, open a new bottle, and pour the little bit of remaining solution into the next full gallon jug. Okay, there's a little bit of room here on the top. This is actually an unopened bottle right here. So that's at our commercial accounts, that is the way that we fill and replenish our cleaning supply and chemical. What's nice about this, it's the only one that we need at a commercial account. So we also utilize this in our residential cleaning services as well as some of our post-construction cleanups. Now, we don't currently have a dispenser at the office, so I'm going to show you an alternate way to get the proper dilution of the product for you to go and clean. So what we have here, it almost looks like a spray bottle, but it has a interesting top to it. Okay, this top comes out of the bottle. All right, and on this, it may be a little bit difficult for you to see, but there are a couple markings here. You have your green side and your red side. Depending upon what type of bottle, green or red, that you're filling up, you'll utilize the instructions on that side. So let's say, for example, the green side. On here, you have a gallon and you have a 32-ounce spray bottle. To fill up a 32-ounce spray bottle, you're going to fill up to this line with the 117 concentrate, dump it into the bottle, and fill the rest with water. For a mop bucket, or for a gallon jug, you'll fill it up to the 1 gallon line, dump it in the gallon jug, fill the rest with water. For a mop bucket, you would fill it up to this number 3 line, which is almost to the top, dump it in the mop bucket, fill the mop bucket halfway with water. The red bottle, it's a little bit heavier dilution, so as you can see here, the 32-ounce spray bottle you have to fill up quite a bit higher than the green. Okay, dump that into the red bottle and fill the rest with water. So it's fairly straightforward and simple. If you're not sure or get confused, make sure you ask your supervisor exactly how to dilute it, just so we don't run into any problems in the field. In some cases, in most cases, the 117 will work great, but in a residential setting or wherever, whatever accounts we're working in that may have hard water stains, we utilize a second Envirox product. It's called their water and soap scum remover. Fantastic product, works great. This has a different dilution altogether, so you can't utilize the dilution ratios for the 117 for the hard water stain and mineral deposit remover. On here, on each jug, the directions for what the dilution is on here. So if you're unsure, you can always look back and reference these. So for your hard water soap scum remover, you're looking at a light duty cleaning dilution of 5 ounces per gallon, heavy duty 20 ounces per gallon, and restoration and shock cleaning of mineral soil 42 ounces per gallon. So what you can do is, what we always do with these is we have a gallon jug that's labeled, that's empty, and we fill it with the proper measurement of the product, dump that into the gallon jug and fill the rest with water, so that way you know exactly what the dilution ratio is. So the bottle itself will actually be labeled light duty cleaning, heavy duty cleaning, and restoration. Okay. So again, these products are very effective. They work very well, but they do have to be diluted properly. Remember, one of the biggest expenses that the company endures is our cleaning products and chemicals. We need to make sure that we're diluting things correctly so that we don't end up with any waste. And we also want to make sure that we're not damaging any surfaces by utilizing a wrongly diluted product on them. So let's take a couple minutes to digest that. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and we'll move on from there. Welcome back, everybody, to our second piece of the chemical dilution process. What I want to talk about now is our glass cleaner. We purchased our glass cleaner as a concentrate, so it can be diluted down with water alone to increase the lifespan of a bottle of the window cleaner. So when you're mixing the window cleaner, what we do is we keep, again, empty gallon jugs of it, so it's already labeled. And what you'll do is take the concentrate bottle, pour about this much, not quite a quarter of the gallon jug of the window cleaner into the bottle, and fill the rest with water. Again, that'll give you the appropriate dilution. It won't cause the windows to streak, and it will conserve chemicals or conserve the product at the same time. The next product that I want to talk a little bit about is really only for our residential team. We utilize Fabuloso in bathrooms, on floors. Works great, gives a great smell to the house and to the bathroom, so that people will know that we have been in there and cleaned. The important part about Fabuloso is, again, this is a very strong product. It can be diluted significantly to conserve product and to make sure that it's not too strong where we're damaging any property of our clients. So again, keep it in the gallon jug. You want to fill it about almost a quarter of the way with the actual concentrate solution, and fill the rest of the jug up with water. That should last you a while. And again, please be cognizant and aware, and do not waste any of the product. Make sure the caps are tightened fully on the bottles. We've had situations in the past where the cap hasn't been on 100% of the way. Somebody accidentally kicks it, knocks it over, and then we have product on the floor. Not only can it damage the surface, but it's a waste of the product itself. The next one that I want to talk about is a product that we utilize in post-construction cleans. We utilize it on turnover, move-in, move-out cleans. It's a great product, and simple green. As the name suggests, it is a green product. It is safe to use, but again, we buy this in a concentrated form. What that means is it's a concentrated product that needs to be mixed with water to obtain the appropriate ratio to make it effective for our needs. There's a couple different ways that we can dilute this. Again, we keep empty gallon jugs so we can always mix this. The bottles will be labeled. And what we utilize is we actually have a measuring cup that we keep in the facility for us to be able to utilize to dilute these products. So if we know this is a gallon jug, heavy duty cleaning is a 1-to-1 dilution ratio. So it would be a half gallon of product to a half gallon of water. General purpose would be an ounce of simple green, or 1 to 10 dilution. I apologize. So it would be 1/10 of a gallon and 9/10 of a gallon of water. For light cleaning, it would be a 1 to 30 dilution ratio. So basically you would be looking at excuse me, a small amount of this and the rest being water. Now, the easiest way for us to be able to tell how it's diluted is the color of the product after it's been diluted. The more water that's added, the lighter shade of green that the product will be. And please ask your supervisor if you have any questions as to what color or what it should look like when it's properly diluted, and they can take the time to show you how to do that. So again, there's 3 different dilution ratios. If you find that you're utilizing a light cleaning dilution and it's not working on a certain surface or on a certain on something that's stuck to a surface, gradually try stronger and stronger concentrations until you reach the one that works well. Again, you don't want to start off with a highly concentrated cleaning solution and damage the property. You want to gradually work towards that, so we know that we're keeping the surface safe. One more product that I want to talk about is called Citrusolve. This is a citrus-based cleaner. It works very well at removing glue, tape, any sticky substance from a surface. This is our go-to. Great product, works well, but again, it needs to be diluted properly in order to be effective. On the back of the bottle, it has the proper dilution ratios. Again, you can utilize the measuring cup, an empty gallon jug, to make sure that everything is diluted properly. If you have any questions as to what that is or how it should be diluted, again, please ask your supervisor. Don't just take the measuring cup and guess. That's the worst thing you could possibly do. We want to make sure we have everything correct. So for this, you're looking at 4 ounces per gallon for built-up grease and soil deposits. All right. So what you would do is pour 4 ounces of this into a measuring cup. Pour the measuring cup inside an empty gallon jug and fill the rest with water. Again, if you find that it's not strong enough, you can gradually add a little bit more of the concentrated product to the solution to increase the strength gradually. One final product that I want to talk about, discuss, is our neutral floor cleaner. This product we utilize mainly in VCT floor strip and rewax, but it is also utilized at some of our commercial accounts. It's a great product, works well, and as it says, it's a neutral cleaner. The pH of the product is neutral. So when we're stripping a floor and we put a very basic substance or very acidic substance on the floor, this can be mopped over it to essentially neutralize it. The dilution ratio, it's very light. You don't need a lot of it, and I believe, light to medium soil 2 ounces per gallon, and heavy soil 4 ounces per gallon. So again, with the measuring device, your bucket buddy, measure out 2 ounces, pour it in the mop bucket, and fill it up halfway. We don't utilize that in a spray bottle at all, and it is only meant for floors, nothing else. So again, if you have any questions with how much of this to utilize, please ask your supervisor and they will guide you. Again, it's very important that we conserve products, all right? We don't want to waste any product. Putting more of this in that's needed is not necessary. It's not. The proper dilution will clean the floor exactly as it should be.